Yacht A. Welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. This is for Libra. Libra, I am going to shake the gourd to move any stagnation. All right, Libra, this message is for you. So, Libra, we are starting off here with the Fool. And the Fool is just letting you know that you're beginning your journey with a sense of some sort of adventure, embracing new beginnings, maybe something new you're starting. But Libra, you're ready to take a leap of faith and explore the unknown. Here you got your spirit guides all around you. Your lights are following you. You got this fox here, got your staff, and you're ready to go. And then right next to it is the chariot, moving forward, your focus, you're taking control of your destiny, where this unknown is, and you're driven by your ambition, that energy, ready to take a leap of faith, and move through any obstacles here. And then you have the strength card here. The strength is that, maybe you're facing some sort of inner challenge, right? If you can see the lion here, he's kind of like, trying to, you know, bite or, you know, um, trying to do something to her hand, the inner self, Um, so maybe you got some, confronting your inner fears, right? And then you have the Page of Cups here. And the Page of Cups is just letting us know that, you're experiencing a wave of new emotions, creativity, you're looking at something here. You're looking at that fish in the cup. You're seeing something, Libra. You're focused on something, you're focusing, you know, maybe trying to find a way to express yourself through your art. Maybe you're an artist, maybe that's why you're taking this leap of faith, having to work on your inner self. And then you move into the Four of Emotions here. And then the Four of Emotion is, maybe feeling some sort of disconnect, if you can see, you know, Libra, you're really thinking hard here, you're trying to figure something out, feeling disconnected, maybe to your inner child. And that's why this focus is here. It's why spirit wants you to focus on that strength, you know. So trying to figure out what this deeper meaning is, sitting I on the internet, I've noticed I like to watch a lot of animals, you know, um, just animal stuff. And so there's one person I like to watch, and he go he goes out into the ocean with a kayak, right? And the kayak is like completely clear. And so that's what I kind of see there is this you're sitting in this clear kayak, And I always think that if I had a kayak that clear, I don't think I would be I think it would be I think I would have anxiety a lot. I'd be high anxiety just that I can see the bottom, right? Being on the ocean. I live right by the ocean, and sometimes I take my kayak out there. I don't, I can't see at the bottom, so there's no anxiety or no fear in that. And I do see the animals around, in the water and stuff, and but I like to mostly paddle in the coves because it doesn't feel so ocean-like, But once I start kind of getting towards where the ocean kind of goes up, I start gaining that fear. And so maybe you're doing that, if you can see there's water there and, spirits here guiding you and, you know, being maybe you need to be on the water, Libra. Maybe you connect better if you're near water or on the water of some sorts, or maybe you like to boat. Um, but you got spirit here, spirit here's, you got two spirit beings here, taking care of you, making sure this cup here is not gonna, you know, at least become empty, It's kind of thinking about some stuff there, Sometimes like when you do something like an activity, that kind of pushes you away from society, like for instance, like going boating, go on a little boat ride, it takes you away from society and you're just like in this whole different world and you start kind of uh what do you call that, going within, having those introspective. Then you have the star here, the star is just letting us know that you're fulfilled, you somehow got inspired, connecting to spirit here, um you know trying to find um trying to have remain mode having motivation, right? Trying to remain motivation so you don't feel disconnected, from spirit, and here's a little light, it was below you, now it's above you, maybe you were looking at it trying to think about like, should I, you know, go within? Is it gonna do me any good? Because Spirit's asking you to go within when you take that leap of faith, right? And then when you do, right? When you finally make up that, then Spirit, you know, he's connecting, to your higher self there. You got the thread here, and then you move into the two materials here, and then the two materials, is Libra. You're striving to find balance, you're maybe juggling, you know, juggling multiple, responsibilities, priorities, trying to find some sort of way to, you know, stabilize that in a way. Then you move into the justice, committing, you know, being able to reflect on fairness, right? Within this, you know, um, juggle, of multiple priorities, now you're looking at it, going within looking at yourself. Maybe that's what it is, juggling, you know, two personalities, multiple personalities, you never know. We all have personalities. We just don't have one, we have all types of personalities that come out of us at different times. And so maybe, maybe maybe, like uh you're trying to look at it and sometimes it's hard to look at those other personalities that maybe we don't like to seep out into society, and try to keep them hidden in some way. So but you're making a decision, an honest one, you know um that serves all aspect, in your life, because you move into the 10 of Pentacles here. you know the 10 of Pentacles is, your financial, material security. You created some sort of abundance for yourself, some sort of, legacy, maybe, for yourself and for your loved ones, your tribe. Then you have the Ace of Cups here. And the Ace of Cups is just telling us, hey, Libra, you're having a new beginning. You're we're gonna give you all this right here. So much that you can't even handle. You can't even hold it. It's just coming out of your cups. Before your cup was filled with water, doubt, and now And now you're holding it in a different way, you know. You're loving it. Then, then you move into the Eight of Wands here, you know, you're building that momentum here, you're, you know, getting your chariot, you know, and you're getting ready to go down the road fast, you know, because you want to embrace all these and feelings and opportunities. And then after you know, the Eight of Wands, you know, taking that momentum, then you run into the Two of Cups here. And the Two Cups is just that you're finding emotional connection within yourselves, you know, maybe your relationships, you know, that with the Ten of Pentacles here, you know, your inner self, you know, maybe you're finding connecting with your masculine and your feminine, you know, and then when you do that, right, when that momentum kicks in, you know, boom, you know, spirit here still, you know, connected to you. And now it's connected to both your feminine and your masculine, you know, of who you are as a being. Then you move into the um, five of wands here, you know, um, trying to, you know, trying to not let anybody take your light. You know, if you see, you know, your masculine here, right, and your feminine, you know, they connected and created a energy and energy of light. And so now you have the Five of Wands here, and you're holding your light, but then these other people around you, these people, places, or things, they see it and they're like trying to get it from you, and you're, you know, and you're like, what the heck? So now you're just, you know, you have the judge, the justice energy here again, once again, you know, trying to find balance, you know, with your finances and your love, and, you know, trying to commit and do what's right, you know, then, you know, and then you have, you know, justice on top of justice here, you know, so really working on that, you know, that, that balance for yourself. And then we run into the Nine of Swords here, you know, Libra, maybe experiencing some fear, right? Some anxiety, you know, because you're afraid. You're afraid of people taking, you know, taking advantage of your masculine energy. Maybe, you know, maybe you're, you know, maybe that's something you struggle with here. That's why the masculine's like, you know, this lion, you know, maybe as a masculine, that's why he's like trying to bite your, you know, bite your hands, you know. And so, you know, and spirits like, it's okay, Libra. We got your back here. Or we'll push all the fears and, you know, all those, you know, people, places, or things away. You know, we'll make sure we get balance here. You know, we don't want you to, you know, make you feel some way in that, you know, full energy, you know, feeling, you know, trying to work on yourself. And then you move into the Knights of Swords, you know, you're driving, you know, you got on your bike, your chariot here, and now you can move, you know, before you had to, like, you know, right here's a pillow, so maybe you had restless nights, and now the daytime, you know, it's still not the greatest. I mean, if you look at the background, you know, here they have um it's like a desert. So maybe you're moving out of that terrain, right? That darkness. So, because if you can see here, you know, there's darkness around in the background, you know. So maybe, you know, maybe you found balance, and maybe it gave you some fear because anxiety, because sometimes when new things come into our life and we're not really used to it, you know, it causes fear and anxiety. And then, you know, we just got to keep having that momentum and push through. And so now you know, got your car, you know, your motorcycle started, and, you know, you're moving your chariot out of that desert. And once you do, then you move into the Nine of Pentacles, you know, financial independence, you know, material success here, you know, after you move out of this energy, you know. And then Also, being taking pride in your accomplishment. Then when you do that, then you move into the moon energy, listening to your intuition, when things are uncertain, and so, maybe that spirit right there telling you in the black cat, like, this is the path, even though it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look, looks a little spooky, right? And so maybe spirit is either telling you, however this journey is for you, right? Either it's telling you it's not a good space to go into, or it is a good space and you just got to follow your intuition there with the cat. And then when you do that, you come in with the strength card again, your inner strength and, facing challenges, and you know, you're facing your fears, you know, finally facing them. And if you see, she has her hand on the lion and the lion is not biting her. He's, he's more in a different mindset, you know. And then after you do that, after you tame your spirit, your inner self, then you move into the energy of the Queen of Cups. You're mastering all your emotions, you're really listening your intuition, you're following your sense of compassion and, finding that balance, you got two dresses on top of you. Then move into the moon energy here, asking you know, uh, spirit for, assistance, asking them, you know, and here when you go within, you have to listen to your intuition. Going within is hard. It's easy to tell people what to do, right? But when it comes to self, it's hard to tell self what to do. And so sometimes maybe it's hard to tell yourself what to do. So again, you have the moon energy. And if you see the moon energy here, they're a little different. One's a little bit more darker with the green energy there, and then the other one's, standing up and facing it, and asking, you know, Grandmother Moon to help you, to guide you, during the full moon. Then when you finally, get that assistance, then the magician comes in, You're using all your talent, all your skills, all the elements that you have, and, you're manifesting your dreams now. Whatever you've worked really hard from, whatever you walked away from, you working on your inner self. Finally, here you get the intuition here, and then you have the Queen of Swords, and this is where you're sitting here, trying to figure out, what direction you're going to go into, making wise decisions with this queen, observing, like, okay, if I go in this direction, if there's an obstacle, how can I overcome it, right? Or if I was, if I take this path, how can I overcome that obstacle? So you're sitting here contemplating and making plans and, and you're not afraid to use your sword. You're not afraid to, cut any BS out, and you're very confident, being in this queen energy. And then you end your story here with the Three of Wands, looking forward, Libra, planning for the future, anticipating some new adventure, and you're excited about this, whatever whatever opportunities, possibilities that lie ahead, you're like, all right, I got a different board. Maybe one that doesn't make you see through, right? And give you anxiety and fear. Maybe you change your board and so that way you don't see the bottom and you're figuring out, should I go out? Which way should I go? So I would say Libra, that is your reading. All right, Libra, I am going to pull a daily healing meditation card for you. All right. So we have trust in the divine order. You are being helped. And distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do your reading. And I just want to say, Hojona is clean, Hojona is clean, Hojona is clean, Hojona is clean. Ayaha.